In the year 2025, Star Fox Assault feels like a revelation of a game. Wrongly underrated in its day, Star Fox Assault holds up incredibly well, and is one of the best shooting games not just on everyone's favorite Nintendo-themed lunchbox, but perhaps of all time. Star Fox Assault can stand proudly next to other great shooters on the Nintendo GameCube, like the Metroid Prime duology and the similarly underappreciated Time Splitter series. Games like Star Fox Assault are the kind of games that I think are greatly needed in the modern gaming landscape. Instead of attempting to make the game more complex than what it needs to be, Star Fox Assault nails down the core gameplay and level design to near perfect levels. Then with that excellent foundation, it builds an insanely fun core gameplay loop that is rewarding and challenging to truly perfect the game. Alright, that was a big introduction and a lot of praise for me in the beginning, but I do mean it. This is one of the most underrated games I think Nintendo has ever produced. So what makes this game so great? Well, as I previously alluded to, it's the core gameplay loop. Star Fox as a series as a whole has always been very high on replay value, whether it's the multiple branching paths of Star Fox 64 or the unique control scheme of Star Fox Zero. The series is known for replayability. While Star Fox Assault may not have the branching paths of Star Fox 64 or the unique control scheme of Star Fox Zero, it instead goes about replay value in an insanely smart and fun way. By adding a combo system to the game, it makes combat in Star Fox Assault insanely rewarding and fun. Combine that with some of the most satisfying weapons to use in a video game, such as the Gatling gun and rocket launcher, you have a recipe for an insanely fun shooter that will keep you coming back for more. The series is known for replayability. While Star Fox Assault may not have the branching paths of Star Fox 64 or the unique control scheme of Star Fox Zero, it instead goes about replay value in an insanely smart and fun way. By adding a combo system to the game, it makes combat in Star Fox Assault insanely rewarding and fun. Combine that with some of the most satisfying weapons to use in a video game, such as the Gatling gun and rocket launcher, you have a recipe for an insanely fun shooter that will keep you coming back for more. Now, I know Star Fox is predominantly an on-rail style of shooter, so seeing it here as a third-person shooter might seem a little bit weird at first. However, Star Fox Assault isn't just a third-person shooter, it also has the standard on-rails R-Wing segments found in other Star Fox games. And they are really good here, don't get me wrong. That on-rails style just isn't the standard gameplay type. Instead, for the most part in this game, you'll either be on foot in third person, or if you are in either an R-Wing or the Landmaster, it's in what I can best describe to you as one of the all-range segments in Star Fox 64, but way better than that game ever did them. Why are they better here than they were in Star Fox 64, you may be wondering? Well, it mostly just comes down to the execution of those levels. Where Star Fox 64 during its all-range segments could feel a bit boring at times due to a lack of enemies, Star Fox Assault's all-range modes levels are always a ton of fun, because there are always a ton of enemies to gun down and attack. Combine that with the combo system, which rewards you for getting more kills, it leads to an insanely fun gameplay loop. I really can't understate how well executed the combo system is in Star Fox Assault. It rewards you for pursuing combat and engaging the enemies, much like modern boomer shooters like Doom Eternal and Dusk. The game is clearly designed around you pursuing enemy encounters. Take for instance the second mission in the game, investigate the base on Cantina. The way how this level is designed is perfect for routing out how to kill as many enemies as quickly as possible. You have to find the best possible route to take to keep the combo gauge in the top right going at all times. So learning the optimal route to ensure your combo meter doesn't deplete and stays full is essential to get a high score and earn the coveted gold medal. That's right, just like Star Fox 64, before it, Star Fox Assault brings back the medal system. However, this time it's not used to unlock other level routes. Instead, the medals in this game are used to unlock Xevious for getting all of the silver silver medals. Unfortunately, getting all of the gold medals in this game doesn't do anything. It's one of the few missteps in the game, I think, as going for all gold medals in this game is insanely difficult, because in a move I really appreciate, the bronze, silver, and gold missions don't just have different point unlock requirements, heck no. The missions themselves have different clear requirements, making them harder depending on which medal you decide to go for. For the sake of this review, I played through the game on the silver path and replayed a few missions on gold and bronze. I can confirm that the missions and the gold medal point unlock requirements for the gold paths are really freaking tough, while the bronze missions and the bronze medal point unlock requirements are pretty dang easy. I found silver to be a really balanced challenge, personally speaking. Not too easy, but not too hard. Just right, at least in my honest opinion. In another great way this game adds replay value to stages, each stage has 5 Namco special flags to collect. Getting all 5 without a walkthrough or guide is a really good challenge, as you have to know what enemies to kill or even where to go on the map to get one. It all goes back to you playing through the stages again, getting better and better at the game until you finally unlock all of the medals and flags for said stage. It's very simple gameplay loop, but it's very effective, as it's fun to just go for high scores in this game. I mean it too. Next to Sin and Punishment and Crazy Taxi, I don't think I've ever had this much fun just grinding out stages trying to get higher scores and ratings. While there are no branching paths like in previous Star Fox games, I don't mind it, as it feels like a natural evolution on the Star Fox formula. That's really how this game feels to me. After all these years, Nintendo has experimented a ton with the Star Fox franchise, yet here with Assault, it actually feels like a natural refinement on the gameplay of the series, as it's still true to what the series has always been about, that being killing as many enemies as possible in a stage and then doing it all over again to try and kill even more dudes. What's better is that despite this game having a larger emphasis on the all-range mode sections, it still maintains several levels of the on-rail shooter style of gameplay. As I previously mentioned, those segments are still really good here. They're fast, frantic, and best of all challenging to try and get all the medals on them. They even have some really cool boss fights too. I particularly liked the first boss fight. I love that while the enemy was far away raining asteroids at you, you could still line up shots on him, meaning that you can beat him faster, you just have to risk taking damage. It's that brilliant risk versus reward ideology in boss fights that I love, as I always feel like it's possible to get better at boss fights in other ways besides just dodging their attacks and waiting for my turn to attack. Story-wise, Star Fox Assault is pretty good. It takes place after the events of Star Fox 64 and Adventures, and has some really nice follow-ups on those games' plots. The furry community will be pleased to hear that Crystal from Star Fox Adventures returns in this game, and she's now a full-fledged member of Team Star Fox. Basically enough, Andross's nephew is attempting to get revenge, and Team Star Fox stomps him down. Then, after his defeat, a gang of evil aliens called the Aparoids are attempting to use a device called the Core Memory to brainwash everyone and take over the galaxy. While the story may be a bit basic here, there are enough twists and turns to really keep it interesting and engaging the whole playthrough. There's a point in the story of this game where a character's death is teased, and I was just really impressed they would even tease that. Over the years, I've gained a real soft spot for Star Fox's story and world building, as unlike a lot of other Nintendo franchises, Star Fox at least has an attempt at storytelling and world building. Graphically speaking, Star Fox Assault is gorgeous and has a really good sense of variety in the stage designs as well. You've got standard ones like the jungle and snow themed stages, but then you've got really cool ones like the Saria stage, where you get to traverse through all of the ruins and see what the enemies have done to this once peaceful place. While it might not be as colorful as games like Super Mario Sunshine, it definitely holds its own in the visual department. As I previously hinted at, Star Fox Assault's critical response wasn't the greatest. It's actually one of the lowest reviewed Nintendo published games ever, at least according to Metacritic. My main theory is that the dislike for this game likely comes from the controls, as well. I didn't like them at first either. You see, the game gives you 3 different control types to use. The default one, which is the one I recommend, you use for your playthrough, as it maps shoot to A and takes away camera control. This may seem odd, as modern game design conventions make camera control near essential in shooters. However, Star Fox Assault is designed more like the original Doom or GoldenEye in the sense that hipfire is really strong, and slowing down to aim and line up shots is often a detriment. It's one of the reasons why trying to use the sniper rifle often led to me ending my combo chain, which sucks, as previously stated. The longer your combo chain, the better your score is at the end of the stage. Meanwhile, the other two will use the C-stick for aiming, which is a huge detriment, as it means you oftentimes have to stop and fiddle around with the camera. I know this probably sounds crazy, and if you look up reviews for the game, the controls are often complained about. Trust me though, this game's default control scheme is easily the best of the three, as it's clearly the one that the game was designed around. The multiplayer in Star Fox Assault is somewhat legendary on a system that is already known for being a multiplayer machine. I unfortunately couldn't get any footage for this review, but I've seen enough gameplay to tell it's a great one. It also helps the fact that a lot of the multiplayer content is unlocked by playing the game more and getting better at it. So in summary, Star Fox Assault has great visuals, excellently designed stages, a fairly interesting story, and a banger multiplayer mode. Star Fox Assault has become one of my favorite GameCube games. It is one of those games I'm sad I didn't play as a kid. I definitely would have put hundreds of hours into it back then. That's gonna do it for today though, you guys. If you like what you saw today, please leave a like on the video. Also feel free to leave a comment while you're there, and of course, subscribe for more. Until next time, you guys, peace.
Fox, you know all about the might gauge, right? The gauge shows enemy strength in the skies of Soria. Watch the gauge and go to the skies when necessary.
Falco, Slippy, the airborne enemies are all yours.
Gotcha. Try not to make a mess of things, Slippy.
Don't ever ask about her. Seriously, show your feet for once.